Welcome to the Ben Daniel podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Napheesa Collier went on first take. And when we're talking women's basketball, you can't help but to bring up Caitlin Clark. It's just the way the world works, right? The world goes round, and when you're talking women's basketball on ESPN First Take, you gotta bring up Caitlin Clark. Molly Karam, you win the award for the dumbest question of the day. Napheesa Collier, you win the award for the foolish answer of the day. And Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Smith. Folks, in case you guys missed what we're talking about here, let's take a look and then we'll get into it, shall we?
So Caitlin Clark obviously has been a hot button topic on the show and took the WNBA by storm last year. Now her team is going to have 41 of their 44 games nationally televised, while the reigning champs, the Liberty, only have 32. Was this a fair move by the W?
I think it's two things. I mean, obviously,
It's a yes or no. Yes, it's fair. She draws the most. She is the most noticeable. She is the most marketable. She is the biggest athlete. She is the face of the league. She is face of American sports right now. Yes, it's fair. Or no, it's not fair. I want more games. We want more. We want more. We want. Let's see what Napheesa Collier says.
people want to watch Caitlin play, and so you have to put the people on TV that people want to see. But at the same time, like there's stars all over the league, and you want good basketball as well. Obviously, Indiana, especially like with their free agents, they're gonna be a great team. But to not have the defending champs on TV more, I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, it doesn't have to be where you're taking games away from Indiana, but I think you can raise the level of TV games for the other teams as well.
Well, Fee. Let's see what Stephen A. Smith says.
Why is that an issue? I asked this question respectfully, Napheesa, because I remember in the 80s, for example, when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird took the NBA by storm and they were winning championships, competing for championships, but then this dude named Michael Jordan came along. And Michael Jordan came along and he wasn't yet winning championships, but his popularity was so astronomical that the NBA practically marketed everything they could around this guy. So to know that there's an example like that as a shining example to be followed that could benefit the league, particularly down the road, why is that an issue when we've seen that such a marketing plan has worked in the past?
Wow. What a thoughtful question that I'm sure is going to get a disastrous answer.
I don't think it's an issue. I do think Caitlin's a star, and like I said, people want to see her, and we are trying to grow the league. Like you need to put on TV the players that people want to see. But kind of what I said before, I don't think raising the level of the other teams has to mean bringing down Caitlin or the Indiana Fever. They should have those amount of games on TV on primetime, but I think other teams should also have more than what they have.
But I think, okay, I like Fee. I like it. You guys saw how I was about to get into that bet, but I like Fee. I like you, Fee. Okay, let me just ask a question, right? If there are 175 total slots to be had on television networks, it is crazy how math works, folks. You guys are going to love this lesson. If there are 175 possible slots for TVs to be for the games to be nationally televised on networks, the Indiana Fever have 41. One team has 30, one team has 20, one team has blah, 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 so on and so forth until you get to the whole number of 175. Now, question, Napheesa, this is for you because I didn't graduate UConn. I am a schmo from New Jersey. That's all I am. I'm a schmo from New Jersey. That's it. So if there are 175 slots, question, Fee, because you know more than me, how are we able to give more games to other teams without taking away from other teams? How does that work? Please enlighten me. Oh, No, I said if there's 175 total games that can be had, The Indiana Fever have 41, the Lynx have 30, the Liberty have 32, so on and so forth. Now my question, Fee, here we go. How do we get the Liberty or the Lynx or the Dream how do we get those teams to get more nationally televised games without taking away from another team that has more games on there? You can't do it, Fee. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Now, the issue with all of this, folks, is Molly, it's a stupid question. Is it fair? Of course it's fair. It's fucking business 101. It is what it is. The issue with this is that if you are a WNBA owner, you have any stake in the collective bargaining agreements, you see how out of touch these players are. You know you're walking into those meetings with the high ground. Shout out to Obi-Wan. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know if these players still understand yet that it's the networks who choose who goes on TV. ESPN looks at the slate. Whew, here's the slate. Okay, we have Caitlin Clark. We have the Las Vegas. Who's on the Las Vegas Aces again? Oh, yeah, okay. We have the Lynx. We have the Liberty. Who's on the Atlanta Dream? Does anybody know who's on the Atlanta Dream? Anybody in this room? No? Okay, we don't got to get any games. We have the Connecticut Sun. Who's on the Connecticut? Didn't Stephanie White used to coach the Connecticut? She's not there. That's how it's done. That's literally how it's done. Caitlin Clark, boom. Well, let's put Caitlin Clark games on as often and as frequently as we can, so advertisers pay us the money to advertise during the Caitlin Clark spot. This is such a simple idea that I think that I'm stupid sometimes. This is such a simple concept that is getting misconstrued, turned inside out, flipped over, regurgitated using lawyer speak 10 million times over. I'm thinking, am I stupid? Is supply and demand not as basic as it is that basic, isn't it? I think the Fever should be the most amount of games, but I also think other teams should have without taking away from the Fever. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. You know what may work is that you guys separate from the NBA entirely. You go get your own deal, and you put it all behind a paywall. Therefore, you guys all get seen the same amount, right? You can really determine people playing for this, people. That would be a little bit too front and center, so to speak. The internet. Shout out to Rhodes Rants, our friends over there at Black and White Sports 2. I would like to thank the Academy and Ken for providing another video. These people literally don't know how media rights and revenue generated actually works. And I like her, but man, they got to get past their egos, folks. Stephen A. Smith trying to create controversy. Salute to you, Mongo. How about the fact that the WNBA doesn't choose, but the networks do? Big omission. Yeah, it is a big omission. It is. But those details and those facts, they just don't. Hey, Napheesa Collier. I'm Molly Karam here. Hey, Napheesa, is it fair that my employer, ESPN, completely shits on the rest of the league while they try to make a profit? Is that fair? Hey, Napheesa, is it fair while my employer, ESPN, says, man, Molly, I want to pay you as much money as I possibly can, but the only way we can do that is with advertisers, is with bread. So to help your bottom line, ESPN needs to boost their bottom line. And unfortunately, Caitlin Clark, she raises everybody's bottom line. I mean, the networks dictate what they want where, no? They want the best bang for their buck. Plus, there are other teams playing in those 41 games. My money says they will get more exposure from those games than any others throughout the season. You're damn right. You're damn right. 1.2 million views playing against Caitlin Clark. 123,000 views playing against Tomato Can University on NBA TV that nobody gives a shit about.
So Caitlin Clark obviously has been a hot button
You
topic
see?
on
Molly
the show
Karam
and
can't stay out of my
took
ear.
The WNBA
Can't
by storm
stay out of
last
my
year.
ear.
Now, her
God
team
damn
is
it,
gonna have
Molly.
41
God damn it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.